Beautiful day, Patriots. How are you? We're going to talk about this Q debacle between Lin Wood and General Flynn. This is an argument that appears to be about money, not freedom, not an ideology, but money. I could be wrong. I'm not trying to follow it too much. Granted, it is drama, and it's easy to follow drama. Now, who are we supposed to trust? A lawyer whose job is to lie no matter what? I shouldn't have said that. A lawyer's job is to get a client off by using words. If they are guilty or innocent, a lawyer is going to pick a side. Those two lawyers fight back and forth regardless of what the truth is. If a lawyer is defending somebody and finds out that they actually did it, that lawyer continues still hiding the truth, fighting for a lie, even more than ever, and try to get their client off. That's just the way our legal system is. Both lawyers cannot be telling the truth. So, Lin Wood is a lawyer, a professional wordsmith that will try, no matter what, to convince somebody their side. Now we've got General Flynn, who is we know for a fact is a professional propagandist. And what is a propagandist? That's somebody that is trying to influence a whole nation, not just a group, not just some, not just one, not a jury, but a whole nation of people through manipulation. Be it truth or lies, that's not the point. They're trying to manipulate and get people to think a certain way. So now, who do we believe? A professional liar or a professional liar? Now, if that tape of General Flynn's is true or not, I don't know. But what we do know is that General Flynn did support the Q community. Part of the timestamp and gap code, one of the 43 keys that are confirmed that I have of the 12 or more keys was following General Flynn's Twitter page, following his following count, and following the channels that he would follow. He had absolute open comms on the Q board, using them as open comms. General Flynn was on Twitter. And as I say, with the channels that he was following were Q supporting channels. So for him to sit there and say on the Lin Wood tape that he thinks it was a propagandist tool or a leftist tool or something like that, well, for years, 2 years, he supported the Q community by following them. Either that was him mocking them or supporting them. And since I was doing the timestamp and gap code with open comms, then he would have been supporting them if what I'm saying is true. Okay, with the timestamp and gap code. Now, we also know that within the Q drops, we've got General Flynn involved with Q drops. Absolutely involved with the Q drops, right? And within the Q drops, we've got also a lot of focus and attention on the Pope. We look at the Vatican, we can see the snake, how the Vatican's set up like a big old snake biting its congregation. We see the pictures of the metal work of Jesus, that when it's looked from the point of view from the audience, that you see Jesus and all this huge metal work 50, 60 feet high, 90 feet across. But when you look from the side view, it is a portrait of a snake jumping out, ready to grab. I mean, we see all kinds of different things with the Pope and stuff like that, right? Which is the Vatican, which is the Catholic Church. So if now General Flynn is supporting the Catholic religion, which is the Pope, you couldn't make it more confusing, right? So if the absolute agenda was to divide the country, which had to be done, which is the devil's agenda, which is Agenda 21, is to divide and conquer, right? All that type of thing. If Q did not show up on the scene, Okay? There was a whole group of people all over the world that could care less about politics. But Q sucked them in, me being one of them. And even when I was following Q, it wasn't about politics. It was about justice, freedom, and exposing evil. So there's a whole group that Q brought in and got involved in politics that would have never, ever, ever been involved in politics. Now, that group right there were kind of like people that kind of were aware of what was happening in a bigger picture of the earth. Right? But now they are completely 100% nutbags in every single community, and people that are lost, that follow the news or are confused or were believing but not. Also, they were able to take all the Christians that then were following Christ and get them involved in politics away from Christianity and following man and Donald Trump, which may be the beast system. Not maybe, it's politics. It is the beast system. So if you know that people is a liar and you know that they are propagandists, and we can see that every single action that they make contradicts themselves. Well, if General Flynn is part of the Q community and the Q community says no patriots, but he's making money off of it, but doesn't want the people, the boot soldiers and the foot soldiers, to make money off of it, just like a politician. So the whole thing is a lie. Now, God bless that everybody says they want to know the truth. Well, sometimes, like myself, to go into the truth, I had to follow Jesus Christ so deeply to go and follow and dive into that Q community, study and learn the Q drops. I know the Q community. I know those people. I know what group sticks together. I know what group supports each other. I see what they hide. I see what they push. I can talk about all. Oh my gosh, what a deceitful group that Q community is. I don't care what part of the side the Q community part sits on. They pick what they want and only think and focus and share that part. It's bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. Just like General Flynn, he only wants his point. Just like Lin Wood, only wants his point. They forgot what the whole system was about. Not that they forgot, it was part of the agenda. Everybody is confused. Everybody says the other person's a liar. Everybody says it's the other person's fault, when it's the individual's fault to take responsibility for your own thoughts and who you follow. We've always known politics lies. We always know the TV lies. We always known the internet lies. We've always known NASA lies. We've always known that all these agencies do terrible things. No government has ever helped its people. Almost every single government on record does genocide. And people want to follow the government. They want to follow the government. See, it's not Q. It's not America. They want to follow the government. Trust your military. The military is the savior of mankind. No, they're not. They're the ones that do all the experiments on people. Who do you think does the experiments on mind control, on brainwashing, on propagandists and lying? The military. 100% the military. You're going to trust the liars on every angle of your entire life? This book right here teaches you how to see through the lies and deceptions. It talks exactly about every single thing I just spoke of how the lawyers, the Pharisees, and the government and your scribes will lie and try to entrap you. Who killed Jesus Christ? The scribes and the lawyers that talked the people in to rebellion against the government and forced the government to kill Jesus Christ. Pontius Pilate did not want to sentence Jesus Christ. He begged the people not to. But the people refused because they were brainwashed listening to the lawyers and the scribes and the propagandists. Follow Jesus, my friend.